Okay, girls, so this is the start of the relaxation. Your client has got on the bed and we're going to do the 3 deep breaths that I showed you, okay? So bring your hands in underneath the heels and ask your client to take 3 deep breaths. So breathe in, and as they breathe out, you let the leg go down again, and breathe in again and out, and once more for me, and okay, and then go back again and do your solar plexus. Nice circular movements. This is where you'll feel this can be tense. It can be very hard, like cardboard type feeling. It can be spongy, but we'll talk later as we go on about the different feelings, what they mean. But spongy is a good sign. It's usually a sign that the person's relaxed, and at the minute Al actually feels relaxed. So nice circular movements to get that feeling of how the client is, and then some pressure points. Okay, and then another wee just massage all over the 2 feet and finish off. And then with a nice hot towel, you cover the other foot that you're not going to be working on. So it's your client's left foot. And again, I showed you how to do this, so it's a matter of just wrapping it up and making it feel tight and secure. And squeeze again. Nice shimmy. And now we're going to start with our relaxation techniques. So I'm going to show you the 3, and then we usually do about 3, and I did show you 4, but you can pick from whatever one you want yourselves. So the main one that we always do is I can't remember what we decided to call it, girls. Was it a higgly piggly? So you just shimmy like that there. So it's the heels, remember? The heels of the hand. And you know you're getting it right because the minute you put the hand down, it should literally, or the heels in, it should literally make the foot go like that. You know it's wrong if the foot's not moving, you're holding it too tight. But again, as long as you know what to do is the main thing, and we'll get the technique the next day. So do this right up to the top a couple of times. Give it a good shimmy at the top. And then your twist. So one hand here and one hand lower down, and do your twist. So your back of your thumb is in here. The other thumb is here, and then you're doing a twist. Okay, sometimes there'll be a wee crack there, sometimes there doesn't. Okay, so that's the first relaxation technique. The other relaxation technique is the circular ankle rotations like this. So we do 1, 2, 3 clockwise. You have a choice of putting the thumb into the solar plexus and doing the rotation. So then anti-clockwise. I always do it with the thumb. It's another reason to get the thumb into the solar plexus. So it's 1, just do it again for you, 2, 3, and anti-clockwise, 1, 2, 3. I have a dog running around underneath. So now we're going to do the third one, which is 1. Remember this one, girls? We called it the suction one. So you push and push back. Push with your right hand and then push back with your left. And you're using this part of your hand. And you work your way down the foot. And finish at the bottom with your knuckles. And rotate round that part. Okay? You slide back up again. And we're doing this 3 times. Okay? Move your way down. And knuckles at the bottom. Slide up. Do it again. Okay. So that's your 3 relaxation techniques. Okay, now we're going to start the actual reflexology itself. So we're going to start here, base of the toe. So this is the neck area we're starting on, and we're going to work up. So remember, it's like a wee caterpillar. So it's up, move, and work your way down over the head and down in the inner side of the neck. Okay? Sometimes if somebody's very tense, I would do that a couple of times. Okay, so I'll do it again for you to see, just so it's up over the top of the head and down in the inner part of the neck. We're now going to work the whole brain area, which is your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can do this as much as you have time for, because you can swap hands and do this, because this is a very important area on most people for stress, and you give it a wee rub at the sides as well, so you're working all the brain area. Okay, now remember we decided instead of going doing the 4th one down at section 1, number 1, 2, 3, 5 down, going in between the toes, we decided that we liked to do the rest at this stage after the brain. So we're doing that again, but this time we're going up and round all the other toes, round the sinuses, down into the eyes, up the other sinuses. So we're working our way right up over the sinuses, good and hard over the sinuses there, especially if they're feeling hard. Okay, up over, and then just do the outside like that. Okay. We're now going to do the back of the neck, so we're going to do the neck area, and this is where you can have a lot of crunchiness, sandiness, grittiness. So again, a good 6 moves along here, 3 of each, work your way up. So along the base, and then right up into the occipital part, which is the wee line basically that's across everyone's toe. So then we're going to work now into the front. So again, working across with the finger. And again, 3, and work your way down to the little line at the joint there, and move back up and do the same again, about 3 times. 3 sets of 3. Okay. Now this is the bit, all our favorite bits. So we're going to first do the pituitary. And remember I told you the wee fatty part that sits out is the pituitary. So we're going to do a thumb pinch, so it's down and up. You can rotate it, you can pulsate it, depending on what you want, on how the client's feeling. Usually you rotate it because the client wants to have more energy, she wants to feel more revitalized. You can pulsate it as well for that reason. If you're wanting to calm a client on the pituitary, you would just very gently touch it. Very gently just push in and out, and just rest your thumb. And sometimes you can actually feel a wee throbbing between you and the client, the wee pulse. And just let it sit there. And then we'll hit into the occipital, which is in here. You can do the 2 together if you wish, as long as you work them. And then the mastoid. The mastoid is in between the big toe and the second toe. So it's literally just in here. and you just rotate. Again, you can pulsate or rotate. Now we're going to do the walking up the whole toes, which is a lovely one. So you basically start at the base, and the big toe takes three times to go over. So we're going to the middle now. One, up the middle. And remember we said we smooth off at the end, then move over the occipital again, up over the pituitary, and smooth off. I always do this a couple of times on the big toe, because this is the whole area, the neck, the brain, the pituitary, the hypothalamus. Really good. It's good to work all of this really well. And then one thumb straight up each of the other toes, up over the sinuses and off. You can switch hands if this hand's getting tired or your thumb's tired. Just switch hands again and smooth off. Right in at the bottom of the ear, up over the sinus and smooth. Same again on the big toe and smooth off. We're now going to work down the front with 2 fingers for the big toe. So we're going to do maybe a couple of these down the big toe. So we'll do it with this hand so you can see better. So 2 fingers, and we're walking down the big toe. And then we're going to do the same, only on the toes, but with the finger. So hold with the thumb to the back of the toe, and then 1 finger right down to the end of the digit, and then just move over it and keep going and work your way across. Okay, now we're going to do that pinch that we talked about between the 3rd and the 4th toe, right in behind. So we're going to pinch the eye, and then we're going to pinch in here. Right, remember we said right on the eye or the ear, and here, which is the ear. So the eye or eyes, both of that's the eyes. But if you kind of pinch central, you're hitting the 2 eyes. And if you hit here, you're hitting the 2 ears. Just a wee pinch in both of those. And now we're going to do the whole shoulder grid right over. So that's all around the shoulders over. I usually do 2 or 3 of these. Just do another one because he's quite hard there. Okay, now we're going to do the Goselo tube and the shoulder pinch. Okay, so it's a wee pinch here. We'll talk about, don't be worrying about the Goselo tube. We'll talk about that. There's a pinch there and a pinch on the shoulder. Okay, the front of the shoulder, pinch here. And then we're going to come round. We've just pinched the front of the shoulder, so we're going to come round and do the actual shoulder. So the actual shoulder is this whole part of the lower wee toe, not the wee toe itself, this part here. And again, I would do that quite a few times. And sometimes I go back over the shoulder girdle as well. But we'll just do this for now. And now the next, we're going to go to the diaphragm. So the solar plexus is this little dip here. Well, the diaphragm is literally just in the same, just slightly above it. So you work your way right up. and then twist and back down again. So I do this both ways. So up into the middle where your solar plexus is, turn around and walk back down again. So it's a V. You're doing a V to the other side. So that's the diaphragm. Now we're going to work the thyroid. So remember the last time we said about the thyroid being here and then the referral thyroid over here. So the thyroid we discussed was here. The referral thyroid was over here. So what we decided we were going to do was work the whole thing. So here, and then work right underneath this part, and you'll hit on the referral. So some finger walking and then a nice rub right up into there. Come back round again, down, walking round and round. So you're hitting the thyroid and the referral thyroid when you do that. Okay. So you're hitting all them major glands. So you're also hitting on the hypothalamus as well. So this one I always work quite a bit. And I like to come back up and round and hit on the God, I've lost my head now. On the mastoid as well. So back up, round, and give the mastoid another wee massage as well. Okay. And that is what we have learnt to date. So you would continue on, but I'm not going to go any further with you girls for now, because I don't want you to get confused. So you then repeat this on the other foot. So what you do now, when you finish your whole treatment, you do another little shimmy. You cover this foot and make it with a nice tight wrap. With your wee squeezes, unwrap this foot and do the same on this. So if you can have this for the next meeting, basically mastered and the technique really good, I will be happy enough. And I'm chatting away here and I forgot to show my face. But any other questions, sure you can give me a wee message anyway. But don't forget the maturity is the wee fatty part. That wee part there. And the person you're working on, whoever it is, you'll know you're on it when they're going, ah, and it's sore. So have a wee look at this now and tell me how you feel about it, and can you follow it okay? And if not, I will try and do another one for you, but it should be okay, you know. It's just the first. So we've done 1 and 2 now, what we done when yous were here. Okay, so let me know how yous get on, girls. Bye.